Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found this photo printer to be refreshingly straightforward to set up on their home Wi-Fi network. The onboard controls and screen were easy to navigate right from the start. A particularly nice feature is the ability to handle firmware updates directly over Wi-Fi, which our reviewer found much more convenient than the old method of downloading an installer to a computer. They were also pleasantly surprised to find that the maximum borderless print size was larger than expected, though this client wasn't too concerned about it, as they don't mind a thin border on larger sheets and mostly intend to print smaller sizes for framing. When it came to print quality, the results were impressive. Using default settings, real-world test prints came out looking great. This client was especially amazed by a complex full-spectrum test image printed on large matte paper, which showed a perfect color and tonal range. A smaller, borderless photo of a garden scene on glossy paper also had true, accurate hues, although it was a touch on the dark side, something you likely wouldn't even notice without a direct comparison. For black and white images on glossy paper, our reviewer noted a slight loss of highlight detail and some mid-tone pop compared to a professional lab print on luster paper. The good news, however, was the complete absence of any color cast, which had been a potential concern. The decision to get this specific model was influenced by a few factors. Our reviewer already had a large stock of compatible paper on hand, and since their printing needs are fairly limited, the long-term ink cost wasn't a major issue, especially given the attractive upfront cost of the machine itself. Compared to a predecessor, this device is a welcome upgrade, being noticeably smaller and much quieter. While it offers different ways to connect, this client prefers using the direct Wi-Fi connection even from mobile devices. Overall, they are quite happy with the purchase so far, finding it immediately useful and feeling optimistic that the black and white output can be perfected with a little more experimentation.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer was initially looking for a solution to an everyday problem, getting high-quality photo prints without the inconsistency of local drugstore services or the hassle of ordering online. What started as a simple need to print a few small 4x6 photos to send to a friend abroad quickly turned into a much more rewarding experience. Even those first few prints, taken on a phone, came out looking great and served their purpose perfectly. Curiosity led our reviewer to see what this printer could really do. After experimenting with larger 11x14 prints and being delighted with the results, they discovered the machine's ability to produce stunning, borderless prints up to a massive 13x19 inches. The quality was truly amazing, with bright, accurate colors and impressive sharpness that brought their favorite photos to life. What began as a practical purchase has since blossomed into a creative hobby, with this client now spending their free time creating large-format portfolios of their work. For materials, our reviewer has learned a few things. They've found that sticking to the manufacturer's official ink cartridges yields fantastic results. While a third-party photo paper has been mostly acceptable, it sometimes struggles to reproduce accurate skin tones. For the best and most faithful color reproduction, sticking with the brand's own photo paper is the recommended path. It is worth noting there was an initial hiccup. The first unit unfortunately stopped working after only a handful of prints. However, after a quick troubleshooting process with customer support, a replacement printer was sent out promptly. While returning the faulty machine was an inconvenience, the excellent performance of the new one has made it a worthwhile experience, leaving this client very satisfied.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer was genuinely impressed with this photo printer. Right out of the box, they were thrilled by how easily they could set up their print jobs and achieve full-bleed prints even on standard photo paper. To test its capabilities, they printed a couple of photos on satin and presentation matte paper, noting minimal color differences between the two, which they found to be a major plus. The reviewer compared the prints to one made at a professional printing service, remarking how this printer delivered more accurate colors compared to the professional print, which appeared darker. The reviewer didn't have to fuss with color correction either, and the whole process was quick. After a year of consistent use as their main printing source, this client is still happy with the purchase. They discovered that using higher quality paper, specifically from Moab or Canson, significantly improved the print results compared to generic store brands. This client mentioned the importance of regular maintenance, recommending print head cleanings and alignments. While the power cord has developed a minor quirk, requiring an occasional unplugging and replugging to power on, this client wasn't too worried. They pointed out that all printers, regardless of price, require some level of upkeep, drawing from past experience in a professional print shop where even expensive equipment needed regular care. While they haven't had to replace the cord yet, they plan to monitor it and update if needed.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you in the next one.